Complex problems are rarely solved in isolation. To measure the true risks of an artificial intelligence system, you need a space to gather several different perspectives, working side by side. Traditional software produces deterministic bugs. If there is an error in the code, the system fails in a predictable, linear pattern. Like a cracked wooden tool, you can spot the specific flaw, trace the break, and glue the pieces exactly back together. Machine learning models do not operate this way. They fail in statistically distributed, highly context-dependent, and opaque ways. A fraud detection model might achieve 99% accuracy overall, yet systematically misclassify transactions for one specific demographic, interacting unpredictably with its real-world environment. Without a precise vocabulary to describe these varied failure modes, organizations end up treating AI risk as a single, undifferentiated, monolithic threat. When you treat all AI hazards as the exact same problem, you cannot design proportionate controls to fix them. The first step of a rigorous AI risk assessment is defining the exact scope of your system. Then, you assemble a cross-functional team: data scientists who understand the model's architecture, domain experts who know the business process, compliance professionals, and representatives from the communities the AI will ultimately affect. Managing probabilistic AI failures is a collaborative exercise. It requires a diverse team using a shared vocabulary to map out the true contours of a system and protect everyone it touches. To build that shared vocabulary, we rely on the mapping phase of the NIST AI Risk Management Framework. The assessment team methodically categorizes the AI system's vulnerabilities against 5 specific risk profiles. Category 1 is performance risk. This measures whether a model will act as intended when real-world conditions diverge from its training data. It behaves like a compass that points perfectly north inside the workshop, but spins wildly once exposed to the magnetic interference of the outside world. Category 2 is data risk. Because AI learns from historical inputs, any training data that contains missing values, unrepresentative demographics, or inputs deliberately poisoned by adversarial actors will compromise the structural foundation of the model. Category 3 is model risk. This evaluates the internal logic of the system, addressing cases where an AI's decision process is too opaque to audit, or so overfitted to its testing data that its performance immediately degrades in production. Category 4 is deployment and operational risk. This accounts for the friction of integrating the AI into real-world infrastructure. It measures the dangers of users deferring blindly to automated outputs, or the risks of relying on unstable third-party vendors. Category 5 is ethical and societal risk. This measures external harms. Even if an AI system technically functions, if it produces systematically biased outcomes that penalize specific groups or erodes individual privacy at scale, it presents a severe societal threat. Applying this precise taxonomy takes an overwhelming, ambiguous technological fear and breaks it down into distinct, governable categories that the team can systematically tackle. Once the specific risks are categorized, the team has to measure them. Treating all identified threats equally leads to overinvesting in low-stakes problems while underfunding critical mitigations. This is a scatterplot grid called the Risk Assessment Matrix. It visualizes 2 core dimensions: the statistical likelihood of a specific failure occurring, mapped against the severity of the impact if that harm actually materializes. The team debates each identified threat. The data scientist estimates the base rate probability of the model failing, while the domain expert assesses the concrete business and regulatory impact of that error. Together, they score the risk and plot it on the grid. The resulting layout dictates the response. The low-stakes items clustered in the bottom left can often be accepted with basic monitoring. The critical outliers in the upper right quadrant, however, require immediate intervention and enhanced controls before the system can proceed. The matrix bridges probabilistic engineering with human consequence, turning invisible threats into a prioritized, actionable map. What the assessment team has plotted so far is known as inherent risk. This is the raw, unmitigated danger of the AI use case operating in the wild before any safeguards are put in place. The goal of risk management is not to eliminate this inherent risk. Doing so would require abandoning many valuable applications of the technology altogether. The objective is to design proportionate controls, like data quality checks or human oversight, to navigate that current safely. The danger that remains after those controls are implemented is called residual risk. An organization can only deploy the AI system if this measured residual risk falls below their officially established risk tolerance. AI systems operate in highly dynamic environments where data inputs shift and real-world behaviors change. Because of this, the assessment process operates as a continuous cycle, triggering new evaluations whenever a model is updated or the regulatory landscape evolves. The final output of the team's labor is the risk register. This document captures every identified threat, its position on the risk matrix, and the specific mitigation controls assigned to its owner. The risk register serves as the ultimate proof of communal knowledge. It guarantees that the rigorous debates held by engineers and community members translate into permanent, structural safeguards for the organization. By working together to map, measure, and manage these systems, we take a complex technology and turn it into a shared, governable reality, one where the risks are accounted for and everyone has a seat at the table.